Welcome back. A major political conversation is unfolding ahead of the 2027 elections, and it is coming from one of the most influential voices in northern Nigeria. The el-rufai Consultative Forum has delivered a blunt assessment of the country's leading political figures, declaring that many northern voters are increasingly frustrated with the political class and unconvinced by the candidates currently seeking power. The comments were made by the National Publicity Secretary of the forum, Professor Atiku Muhammad Baba, during an interview in which he discussed the state of Nigerian politics, insecurity, economic hardship, and the growing mood among voters in the north. According to him, President Bola Tinubu has lost significant political standing in the region since the 2023 election, largely because of economic difficulty and persistent insecurity. His remarks come at a time when Nigerians continue to grapple with rising living costs, inflation, fuel prices, and security concerns across several parts of the country. While government officials have repeatedly defended ongoing reforms and security operations, critics argue that many citizens are yet to feel meaningful improvement in their daily lives. Professor Muhammad Baba suggested that many northern communities are becoming increasingly disillusioned with the ability of government institutions to provide security. He pointed to situations where communities have reportedly been forced to develop their own survival strategies in the face of bandit attacks and criminal activities. According to him, the growing reliance on self-help measures represent a dangerous strain because protecting citizens is one of the most important responsibilities of any government. The ACF spokesman also questioned whether recent security initiatives are sufficient to address the scale of challenges facing the country. He noted that discussions about forest guards have been ongoing for some time and argued that insecurity remains a major concern for many communities. Yet, the criticism did not stop with the current administration. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar also came under scrutiny. Muhammad Baba described Atiku as a familiar figure who has repeatedly sought the presidency over the years. While acknowledging Atiku's long political experience, he argued that many voters are still waiting to hear what specific alternative he offers beyond criticizing the current government. His comments reflect a broader debate taking place across Nigeria as opposition parties attempt to convince voters that they can provide solutions to the country's challenges. With the 2027 election approaching, many political observers expect candidates to face increasing pressure to present detailed plans on economic recovery, security, education, infrastructure, and governance. Peter Obi was also mentioned during the interview. According to Muhammad Baba, Obi's political movement generated considerable interest in parts of northern Nigeria before the 2023 election. He claimed that some of that goodwill has weakened following a series of political realignment and party changes that have left some voters questioning his long-term political direction. The ACF spokesman suggested that voters want clarity regarding what candidates stand for and how they intend to achieve their objectives. He also commented on recent statement made by Obi's running mate, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Muhammad Baba argued that comparisons involving respected northern political figures generated concerns among some northern observers, insisting that political leaders should be careful when presenting themselves as transformational alternatives. Beyond individual politicians, perhaps the most striking aspect of the interview was his criticism of the broader political system. According to him, many Nigerians no longer see clear ideological differences between political parties. Instead, he argued that politics has increasingly become centered around personalities rather than policies. He suggested that ordinary voters are becoming tired of political calculations based on ethnicity, religion, regional alliances, and personality-driven campaigns. In his view, many citizens are searching for practical solutions to everyday challenges rather than political slogans. When asked to identify a candidate who currently enjoys widespread confidence across the North, Mohammed Baba declined to endorse anyone. Instead, he said many voters are still waiting to see which candidate will emerge with a convincing vision for the future. His remarks highlight a growing reality ahead of the 2027 election season. While political parties are busy building alliances, selecting running mates, and preparing campaign structures, many voters appear focused on issues that directly affect their lives. Security remains a dominant concern in several northern states. Communities continue to face challenges linked to banditry, kidnapping, and attacks on farming activities. At the same time, economic pressures continue to affect households across the country. For many citizens, these concerns are likely to influence political decisions far more than party loyalty or regional calculations. Mohammed Baba also challenged the common assumption that the North operates as a single voting bloc capable of determining election outcomes on its own. He argued that the region is diverse and politically complex, making simplistic calculations unreliable. That observation could prove important as political parties begin designing strategies for 2027. Winning a presidential election in Nigeria typically requires broad national support across multiple regions rather than reliance on any single voting base. As preparations for the next election continue, political leaders face a difficult challenge. They must convince voters that they understand the country's problems and possess realistic solutions. For now, the message from the Arewa Consultative Forum appears clear. Many voters are frustrated, many are skeptical, and many are still waiting for a candidate who can offer a convincing roadmap for Nigeria's future. Whether any of the major contenders can successfully fill that gap may ultimately determine the outcome of the 2027 presidential election. The political season is heating up, but many voters say they are still searching for answers on security, jobs, the economy, and the rising cost of living. Add your voice to the conversation. We would love to hear from you and tell us which issues should dominate the 2027 campaign. If you enjoyed this report, please like this video, subscribe to Facts Next, and turn on notification for more political updates and breaking news from across Nigeria. Thank you so much. That will be all for now. My name is Emerald. See you soon.